If he can build it, I will come back. But can he actually build it? Is Vince McMahon actually going to go away? I reported earlier this week that although Vince McMahon is retired, he's really not retired. He's still kind of writing the shows. He's still heavily involved. So after I claim this, Wrestling Observer newsletter, Wrestling Observer radio, Brian Alvarez, Dave Meltzer, they reported that Vince McMahon was heavily edited by WWE. So that means he's still involved. Just like I reported. Here's the thing about this. I'm still not coming back. It needs to be proven to me. But if I see the things that I want to see, then I will be back. New stars being pushed, storylines, creative storylines, innovative storylines, stuff that's going to interest me, not stuff from the 80s like doing an injury angle and then the guy comes back and he wants his revenge. Tag team partners, splitting up, having a match against them, yada, yada, yada. Same shit we've seen in the last 10 years. I want to see new things. I want to see stuff that I've never seen before. I don't want to see the same shit over and over and over and over again. I don't want to see the same stars pushed. I don't want to see the old guard. I want to see something new. And that something new doesn't even have to be something new. It can be something from the past that we just haven't seen in a while. Let's say Finn Balor gets pushed. Let's say Dolph Ziggler gets pushed. It is Triple H, if he is actually in charge of creative, which he is. So from the information I am gathering, Triple H is in charge of creative. But how much say does he actually have? We'll see. He talked about there being a team. This team over here at WWE. This team, we're going to work as a team. They have big shoes to fill. This team that we have lists all the people that are on the team. They're going to work collaboratively. Easy for me to say, collaboratively. That's why if you do videos, you take school, don't try to say words that you can't say. It's going to be a collaborative effort. All right, that's easier to say. Collaborative effort on a lot of people's parts. Again, I got to see it to believe it. All right, and I ain't just going to come back so soon. Because if the show sucks, I ain't wasting 3 hours to watch it. I'm not wasting 3 hours of my time. Time is precious, just like Triple H said. Your life can end at any point at any second. Well, I ain't wasting 3 hours watching fucking Monday Night Raw if it sucks dick. You know what I mean? I ain't watching SmackDown if it fucking sucks cock. I don't want to see it. So are we going to have what the old NXT was? Is that going to be in play? Are we going to see that sort of stuff? Kind of more of like an indie style. More stories. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. Stop and start kind of angles. Stuff that's a little bit different. Are we going to get that? If we do, I will be back. If not, because Vince McMahon is actually still in charge, then I will not. So, are they going to get younger? And that younger isn't just going to happen overnight. I mean, this roster hasn't created any new stars in 10 years. And because they haven't created any new stars, they really don't even have anybody to push that is younger. Vince McMahon looked at his roster. He was like, all right, who's younger than 25? He picked Austin Theory. Austin Theory was not really the guy. Think about AEW, right? AEW's got a roster filled with a lot of talent. And one of the youngest guys in their roster, if not the youngest, is Dante Martin. Is Dante Martin just suddenly going to get a Money in the Bank briefcase just because he's the youngest guy in the roster? No. But that seems like that's what Vince McMahon did with Theory, a.k.a. Austin Theory. He's fucking Austin Theory. I hate this one name thing. It's give him two names for fuck's sakes, okay? It's Matt Riddle. It's not Riddle. At least he got it right with Damian Priest. But he didn't get the character right. He looks like a prostitute. So, again, are we going to see different? I have my doubts. I haven't seen different in a very long time. I'm technically not even seeing different from AEW lately. AEW hasn't even been that good. They're doing like the CM Punk fucking shit with MJF, turning off the microphone. Come on, guys, let's get innovative. Let's get different. Let's do something that we haven't seen before. CM Punk doesn't think anything's going to change. But he was talking about Sasha Banks and Naomi. But what's it going to take? A lot. Maybe putting me in charge. You put me in charge, I'll definitely come back. I ain't going to work my ass off, though. Because to me, WWE ain't work. It's a hobby. I love doing it. I love WWE. I loved when I was working with the Eagles. I love the Eagles. That wasn't work to me. That was fun. That was a hobby. And I just hope that things do, in fact, turn for the better. It's not going to happen overnight. I understand that. But that overnight can still happen if you use the guys that you already have on your roster. I mean, fuck, man. Look at what Paul Heyman did in ECW. He would take the scraps from WCW, the guys that they didn't want, guys like Jerry Lynn, and he'd turn them into stars. That's what I'm asking for right now. Stopgap guys before you go and create for the future. Nobody in NXT should be over the age of 25. They should be trying to get younger immediately. New stars, fresh faces. Not the same guys on the shows every time. Not the same guys in the main event. We need something different now, guys. So let's say like Cesaro came back to WWE and he got pushed into a top spot and he becomes a champion. This is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff I want to see. The main event picture being shuffled around, looking different. Pushing guys that we want to see. Not these roided up, juiced up motherfuckers that can't go. I want to be entertained when I watch wrestling. I want to be watching a good storyline when I watch wrestling. I want to be hooked into the drama. And then the payoff with a great match. Too many times we haven't seen a story conclude. Last 10 years, it's like we get these stories, and I can give you Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, for example. Last year, it's like they started this little story. They never really finished it off. They had a couple Raw matches, and that was it. This is what continually happens in WWE. I like good storylines. Well, I don't get good storylines in WWE because they don't even know how to finish them. So I will let you know, again, if Vince McMahon is actually in charge or not. Still, you can watch that video from earlier in the week. I don't think things are really going to change that much, but we'll see. If it changes, I'll be back. You guys know me from the Bitter Birds. Those of you that are still watching me, I keep it real on here. If I see something I like, I let you know. If I see something I don't like, I let you know. I didn't like what I saw from Monday Night Raw. I saw the Vince McMahon influence still. Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley are tagging up as a tag team after being bitter rivals just a couple years ago. Dolph Ziggler's in a tag team with AJ Styles. Random guys shouldn't be teaming together. That's not how it works. The one exception, the New Age Outlaws. Rockabilly, Jesse James, both going nowhere with their respective characters, get put together in a tag team as an attempt to jumpstart their careers. It worked out for them. We're not really seeing that be the case in WWE lately. I mean, look at all the tag teams they had back in the day. Rockers, Heart Foundation, bring the Brainbusters in from WCW. Demolition, Powers of Pain. The list goes on and on and on. We got about 4 tag teams right now. On 2 shows. 5 hours each week. WWE didn't have 5 hours of television back then. So why did they have tag teams then And why don't they have them now? Random tag teams that we don't give a shit about. That needs to stop. We don't have a singles division in the WWE right now. They combined the title into one. I'm looking at this SummerSlam card. I'm seeing nothing on it. The best match on the show is Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. I don't want to see Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns again. I mean, I'm not going to watch it anyway. I mean, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm watching the product. Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. That's the only match I would give a shit about. We got the Street Profits against the Mysterios. Yawn. Swipe left. We have... Actually, no, it's Judgment Day against the Mysterios. My apologies. Still swipe left. Street Profits against the Usos with Jeff Jarrett as a guest referee. Swipe left. Ronda Rousey against Liv Morgan. How the hell are you going to book this match? Liv Morgan's not realistically going to beat Ronda Rousey. And Ronda Rousey beating Liv Morgan this quickly, that makes Liv Morgan look like a weak champion. Not interested in that match. Swipe left. Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins. I would have been interested. They're not doing the match anymore. Swipe left. What else we got? Austin Theory, a.k.a. Theory against Bobby Lashley. I don't really give a shit. Swipe left. What else is there? Pat McAfee, Happy Corbin. Ew. Definitely swipe left. Logan Paul, Miz. Who the fuck wants to go to this show? Who the fuck wants to see this shit? So again, we will see. We shall see what the new WWE looks like. But until I actually see changes, until things are done differently, until I see innovative storylines that are going to catch my attention, that are going to bring me in, I can't come back. There's better wrestling out there. Why waste my time watching this crap when I can watch New Japan? When I can watch AEW, even though AEW is starting to suck now recently. I'm not even kidding to you. Ever since they did the merger with ROH, it hasn't been the same. Not a lot of good wrestling out there. So I got to watch the past, I guess. Just don't get stuck holding on to it for too long, like Vince McMahon did. Because that's why this place is in a hole right now. This product sucks. And I hope Triple H can do the impossible. Peace.